What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Big Fight Field channel where we speak the truth, we're honest, and we give our takes on the Miami Dolphins. Now, I must warn you guys, I'm going to try to make this video as short as possible. Um, there's been no content all week. Number one, I'm sick of the Miami Dolphins. We're going back to wrestling content soon. We might even be doing college football content in late November, early December, as we head toward the college football playoff. And if you hear right there, I've been sick all week, battling with a cough. I have not gone. This cough has not gone away. You take every medicine possible. It's just not going away, and I've been sick all week. Don't want to really talk in front of the camera. I'm going to today though because it's Sunday and the Dolphins played, and once again we lost. And do I care? Nope, not a single bit. Am I heartbroken? Nope, not a single bit. Are other fans heartbroken? Yep, for whatever reason. I have no fucking idea because they thought they were going to win this game. Now, I'll give the Dolphins credit. They fought the entire game. I thought that they were going to lay down and die. I'm going to be totally honest with you. I thought they would be competitive in the first half, and then they were going to lay down and die in the second half. I had this game being 49-27 in the favor of the Buffalo Bills. And give Tyler Bass credit. That was a hell of a kick. And, of course, 61 yards in the wind only is drilled down the middle against the Miami Dolphins. So that was a hell of a kick by Tyler Bass. The Dolphins, you just got to accept it. And that's what I've done. I've accepted it since we lost to the Tennessee Titans, that this was not our year. That us Dolphin fans, we're going to have to sacrifice this season for the greater good. And the greater good is in April. The Dolphins have 10 draft picks. And, excuse me. The Dolphins have 10 draft picks in the draft in April. We have a chance to get more by the trade deadline on Tuesday. Players like Jeff Wilson are available. Emmanuel Ogbah. I would trade away a lot of players from now until Tuesday. I would get to work tonight. I would trade Jeff Wilson, Emmanuel Ogbah, Raheem Mostert, Teron Armstead. Definitely trade Raheem Mostert. His fumble, huge difference in this game. I would trade away Javon Holland. He's not worth it. He's injured way too often. He's decent at best on the field, but he's not worth it just because of how much he's injured on the field. And if I'm the Miami Dolphins, I would trade away Tyreek Hill. Now is the time. Now is the time to go ahead and trade away Tyreek Hill. You only extended him. He's here until 2026, I believe. He's not going to be here forever. He's just not. Let him go help a contending team. Trade him to a team like the Pittsburgh Steelers. He would be magic in their offense because Russell Wilson is balling out right now. I would trade him to a team like the San Francisco 49ers. Brandon Ayuk is out for the season. The 49ers are 500. They are in a very competitive NFC West. I would trade Tyreek to the San Francisco 49ers. So I think the Steelers, the 49ers, the Falcons, those are teams that can use wide receivers. And I think trading Tyreek away now has to be a priority for this Dolphins team. Because you're going to get the most for him now. You will get a first-round pick. There's no doubt in my mind. I'm so sorry. You will get a first round pick for Tyreek Hill. And in order to do that, you got to trade him. It sucks, but that's reality. That's reality. You should be open for business. Those players that I just named, those 6 players, they got to be traded by Tuesday. Because this season was far gone. This season was done when we lost Monday night against Tennessee. Done. And I'm right. I'm right. This organization is going nowhere. Nowhere. And I'm convinced they're never going to win in my lifetime. Never. They are never going to win in my lifetime. But I am loyal. I'm so sorry. I'm loyal. And still going to watch every game. Still going to do a post-game review every game here on the channel. Still going to torture myself. But hey, if I torture myself this season and we get ourselves a top 5 draft pick, it'll be worth it. It will be worth it. So, I thank you guys for joining me. Again, I'm very ill. I'm sick. Legit sick. And I will try to power through this. I will try to power through this game. The post-game recap video. The Miami Dolphins lose to the Buffalo Bills 30-27. They go 2-6 on the season. And at this point, it's just playing for pride. And what pride do you have for the organization? What pride do you have for your head coach? That's all. That's all, man. Subscribe to the channel. We've got a lot of exciting stuff coming up. AEW Full Gear in a couple weeks. Survivor Series in a couple weeks. Crown Jewel was yesterday. Didn't really think it was that important of a show. It was The Bloodline stuff was great, as it always is. The match was fine. I liked the match. The main event was great between Cody Rhodes and Gunther. And the other stuff on the show, meh. It was alright. Not really an important show. But Survivor Series, that's going to be an important show. And college football, man. College football is very exciting right now. Penn State lost yesterday, which was very heartbreaking to Ohio State. 2 times you have the ball inside the 5-yard line and you don't score at all. That's James Franklin for you, man. That is James Franklin football. So they dropped down to 6. As of today, the top 10 power rankings are Oregon, Georgia, Ohio State, Miami, Texas, Penn State, Tennessee, Indiana, BYU, and Notre Dame at 10. So the 12-team playoff is very exciting, and it gets me invested as a fan. The 4-team playoff was kind of stale, and it was the same 4 teams every year, or at least a mixture of the same 4 teams. Not this year. This year, it's very unique, and I love it. We are going to be doing some college football content on the channel for sure. For sure. There's actually some couple big games this upcoming week. Alabama and LSU. It's basically an elimination game from the college football playoff when you look at it. So, all right. Let's do this. Enough of me blobbing. We could talk about college football another day. I'm not going to get into stats. I don't think stats are important at all. I guess I'll just go over the Dolphins. Tua Tagovailoa, 25 for 28, 231 passing yards, 2 touchdowns. Devon Achane had 12 carries, 63 yards, and a touchdown. Raheem Mostert had 10 carries, 56 yards, a fumble, a game-changing fumble, may I add. Jalen Wright only had 6 carries for 18 yards. Give that motherfucker more carries. So sick and tired of him only having 5, 6, 7 carries a game. It's unacceptable. Tyreek Hill had 4 catches for 80 yards, probably his best game of the season, outside of the game against Jacksonville. Achane, 8 catches, 58 yards, a touchdown. Jonnu Smith, 5 catches, 46 yards, a touchdown. And Jalen Waddle lost 17 yards at the end of the game, but he got his first touchdown of the season for the Dolphins. So, the first quarter is very anticlimactic, very basic. Both teams punt on their opening drive, and then their next drive, Bills get a field goal, and the Dolphins, they get a field goal. So this is 3-3 going into the second quarter. A 3-3 game. The Bills then get the ball, and they're marching down the field. They're getting 15 yards from Kincaid, 10 yards from Shakir. They get down to the Miami 10-yard line. They throw a quick slant route to Keon Coleman, who bobbles it in the air, and Jalen Ramsey just snatches it out of the air for the interception. That was a great play by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins, they get the ball at the 3-yard line. And I'm like, well, this is a great play by Jalen Ramsey, but the Dolphins have to start at the 3-yard line, and more than likely, they're going to have to punt. That was not the case. The Dolphins' offense had their best drive of the season, but it does not matter because this team found a way to lose again. They went 14 plays, 97 yards in 8.5 minutes. They are running the ball down the field. Raheem Mostert, 28 yards in 2 plays. Then it's 3rd and 1. Devon Achane has a 10-yard run. Tua to Achane for 8 yards for a first down. Malik Washington gets an end around. They are first down at the Buffalo 22. Achane picks up 8 yards. 3rd and 2, Achane for 5 yards, first down. And on 1st and goal at the 14, after a false start, Tua throws a pass to Achane for 14 yards, and it's a Dolphins touchdown. So the Dolphins are up 10-3. The Bills go 12 plays, 39 yards. They get 7 yards from Kincaid. They get a first down to Matt Collins, which is very easy. They get down to the Miami 35. Matt Collins again for 13 yards. They lose 3 yards from Shakir. And on 3rd and 13, what did you think happened? Josh Allen got the first down with his legs. Why? Because Josh absolutely owns the Miami Dolphins. So after an offensive holding call, it's 1st and 20, and Josh Allen runs in for a touchdown. But it's another holding call, and because of those holding calls, it's 1st and 30. That goes to 2nd and 30. That goes to 3rd and 30, 4th and 30, and Tyler Bass makes a 49-yard field goal. So the Dolphins have a 10-6 lead at halftime. And I'm like, wait a minute. 2 weeks ago against the Colts, they had a 10-3 lead. They lost. Last week, they had a 13-7 lead. They lost. This week, they have a 10-6 lead. So what do you think is going to happen? I knew right then and there they were going to lose this game. And once again, I was right. I was right. And the game, this is the difference of the game. Raheem Mostert, great series so far to open up the half, and a fumble. A fumble by Raheem Mostert in Bills territory. Bills get the ball. Next series, easy 64-yard drive, touchdown for the Buffalo Bills. Wide open to Matt Collins on 4th and goal. Raheem Mostert has another fumble, which is a huge difference in the game. He fumbled against Indianapolis, and he's now fumbled against Buffalo. And in both times, those were the difference makers in the game. The difference maker today was that fumble and the unnecessary roughness call by Jordan Poyer, which we will get into. Those were the two differences in today's game. So Tyler Bass misses the extra point, and it's a 12-10 game. And here on out, every possession is a score. They score on every possession here. So both teams do. Dolphins go 9 plays, 65 yards. Tua to Jonnu Smith for 15 yards. 3rd and 3, Tua to Jalen Waddle. Incomplete, but it's offsides on Von Miller, so it's a first down for the Dolphins. Tua goes deep to Tyreek Hill, 28 yards. So here's the thing. And if there's one criticism I'll give the offense today, it is this game. It is this drive. So Mike McDaniel, you get a big 28-yard game. Tua to Tyreek. What do you do on the next 3 plays? You run the ball, and you get no yards. And then you throw the ball twice. You've been running the ball on them all game. Why? Why are you throwing the ball twice there? At the 8 fucking yard line. Just run the fucking ball. I'm sorry, but 17-12 compared to 13-12 is a huge difference. And a touchdown there would have been beautiful for this offense. But they get the field goal. It is 13-12. And on the next drive, literally 2 plays, 7 yards. Literally a check down pass to Ray Davis, which he was wide fucking open. There was so much miscommunication with the Dolphins defense. I know they're playing with tons of backups, but my goodness, they fucking stink out loud, man. They are terrible. Fucking terrible. 63 yards to Ray Davis. Bills get the 2-point conversion. It is 20-13. And we're going to the fourth quarter. Dolphins have the ball. 9 plays, 70 yards. Jalen Wright, 7 yards. And Kevin Harlan the whole game was basically saying, Kevin Harlan and Trent Green were basically saying, whoever has the ball last in this game is going to win. And they were right. They were absolutely right. Tua deep down the middle to Tyreek Hill for 27 yards. They got 1st and 15. Achane for 7 yards. Odell Beckham for 3 yards. It was a fumble, but then his knee was down, and it was 3rd down. Tua, a check down to Achane for 1 yard. And Tua scrambled. He did not slide. He dove forward, which, my God, that was fucking scary. And they showed the replay, and his shin was down. I thought for sure he was short. I'm like, he's short. That's very common. I thought for sure he did not get that first down. Turns out, Tua got that first down. So I was wrong. Tua to Jonnu Smith for 13 yards. And on the next play, Devon Achane runs it for 8 yards and a touchdown. We're tied at 20. And then the next drive, Buffalo easily goes down 6 minutes, 10 plays, 70 yards. Allen to Cook for 11 yards. Allen to Keon Coleman for 21 yards. Allen to Shakir for 14 yards. So in 3 plays, they're already at the Miami fucking 25-yard line. The defense fucking blows, man. Blows. They are terrible. Terrible. With a capital T. James Cook for 4 yards. And 3rd and 1, Ty Johnson for 4 yards. And on 3rd and goal, you get a defensive holding by Saran Neal. And you get a Josh Allen touchdown to Quentin Morris. He scrambles out right. He's got so many Dolphin defenders in his face. Somehow he finds a way to score a touchdown. That's just Josh Allen against the Dolphins. Whenever he sees the aqua and orange on the field, his whole mindset changes. He's a different quarterback. The Dolphins, they go 11 plays, 81 yards. Devon Achane for 12 yards. Tua to Tyreek for 19 yards. Jalen Wright for 3 yards. Tua to Achane for 9 yards. 3rd and 7. Tua throws a strike to Jalen Waddle, who gets his first catch of the game for 12 yards. Then Tua throws he throws a wheel route to Achane for 18 yards. And on 2nd and goal at the 7, Tua throws a touchdown to Jalen Waddle. And it was Jalen Waddle's first touchdown of the whole year. Crazy. Week 9. And we're saying Jalen Waddle has a touchdown, finally. And they elected to kick the extra point. Which I thought that was a fucking malpractice of a call by the head coach. You know that the defense is not going to stop the Buffalo Bills no matter what. They've dominated you all second half long. And what makes you feel confident that that your defense is gonna be able to send this game into overtime? And the Bills defense is not gonna get a chance. Now, this all means nothing. But if I was Mike McDaniel, I would have won for 2. It probably doesn't mean anything. They probably still would have lost by 2, but that's just me. Not the end of the world type of call, but that's just me. Excuse me. And then to end the game, this is the heartbreaker of all heartbreakers. They actually get a stop. Chop Robinson gets a sack. Incomplete to Kincaid. But then Chop Robinson's offsides. So instead of third and 14, it's 3rd and 9. And Josh Allen just lobs it downfield. And I think it's Cam Smith covering Keon Coleman. And that pass was incomplete. And Jordan Poyer comes running down the field and hits Keon Coleman in the helmet for unnecessary roughness. How many years has this guy played in the NFL? He's not aware enough to know that the pass was incomplete and he did not need to come down and do that. That is mind-numbing of a play by Jordan Poyer. And this falls on the lap of Chris Grier. Because instead of playing Deshaun Elliott, I don't know, 2 years for $6 million, because that's what the Steelers paid him, 2 years for $6 million, you settled for an old, broken down, washed up piece of shit safety like Jordan Poyer, and that's what he gives you in his return game to Buffalo. He basically awarded them the game. And Tyler Bass makes the 61-yard field goal. And that's all she wrote. That's all she wrote from Buffalo. So we're 2-6. We've lost, in theory, I was only heartbroken by one of the losses. Not really, but the loss to Indianapolis, I was a little bit disappointed. But again, I knew going into that game we were not going to win. I had us win. I had the Colts winning that game 20-9. I had the Cardinals winning last week 20-19. And last week and today I had Buffalo winning 49-27. And I was right that we were going to lose all three of those games. We're 2-6. I've already made my mind up, man. I've sacrificed this season. I want the top 5 draft pick. I want a good draft pick, and I want a quarterback. I don't care what Tua's done for this team. That man is made of fucking plastic. And how about that fumble today, man? Man, I was eating those Lay's chips on the couch. They tasted so good. So good. Maybe for this atrocious season, maybe Tua will buy the fan base all types of bags of chips. Maybe that's our award for this entire utterly disgusting season from the Dolphins. I don't know. Blue Doritos, red Doritos, honey barbecue chips. Disgusting. This team's disgusting. Fuck everybody in this organization. 2-6? Huh. Typical Dolphins. Typical. So Dolphins.